Hey everyone, welcome to the Royce Reports. I am your host, Royce, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things that Xbox can do to improve the achievement system. So, let's talk about it. If you like everything Xbox, you like talking about games a little bit too much, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I kind of want to give my thoughts on the long-awaited achievement system update that we have yet to see. Some ideas that I've come up with that I think can actually benefit achievement hunters and players alike, and I think are actually some generally good ideas. And so this video is directed towards people who are achievement hunters, and I really welcome people who have good insight and who want to talk and discuss these things, to give me some recommendations below on what you think you can do to help improve the achievement system. This is definitely not for people who kind of don't like going after achievements, who turn off notifications, who think achievements are kind of harming games. This is not a video directed towards those people, obviously, and if you are someone who feels that way, this is not the video for you. I just want to say that now, because I know I'm going to get something in the comments talking about how achievements suck and, you know, no point in going after them, right? So with that said, let's start off the list with number 5 being the platinum equivalent achievement. PlayStation has done their own thing for a while now with achievements, which are trophies, and their approach to that is a little bit different than how Xbox is set up. They have a tier system with bronze, gold, and silver, with platinum being the carrot at the end of the stick. And I feel like a lot of people prefer the way Sony does their trophy system than they do the achievement system. And what's crazy about all this is that Sony took the achievement system, improved upon it, and then made it their own. And I think that maybe it's due to pride, or maybe they just don't think it's worth it. But Xbox hasn't really done anything with the achievement system since 2016 with the inclusion of diamond trophies. So I think by having your own platinum equivalent, I think that will actually benefit a lot of players. And I think a lot of people in the achievement hunting community actually want something like that. It's kind of the end all be all, the symbol that you have completed the game, and no matter what, if they add more DLC, add an update, add new game plus or an expansion, it doesn't matter because you got the platinum. And I think a good idea for this is maybe introducing sort of like an emerald style equivalent to platinum. Emerald being green, obviously Xbox green. That would be a way of kind of having their own little touch on it, a little spin on it. I think maybe even calling it your crowning achievement, being the final achievement that is the end all be all, that has been tallied up at the end on your profile, that you could utilize the symbol of a crown on your profile. That's another thing that's a big thing in the achievement hunting community, is showing off your platinum trophies. People should do it all the time. Platinum number 151 is this game. Platinum number 73 is this game. That's something that a lot of people like to show off. With Xbox, you don't really get that at all, because it's hard to track Xbox games being completed unless you're utilizing something like True Achievements. But I think that this is definitely something that could benefit a lot of players if they ended up using a platinum equivalent. Thing is a badging system. This is kind of jumping off the platinum equivalent achievement, which, you know, if you have a crowning achievement, awesome, that's great, but I think they should also include a badging system. Now, maybe instead of having a crowning achievement with a crown symbol, whatever the game developers create be the badge of completion, and you're able to use that badge and then attach it to your profile. If you look at your profile right now, you already actually have badges associated with your account, whether you know it or not. Some people have numbers next to theirs, which is the amount of years they've been subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. You might have one for being an Xbox Live Gold member before it got taken away and changed the name to Xbox Game Pass. You might have one for getting a weekly score, and many other options. There's people who beta test certain things who also get a badge associated with them. The problem with this badging system that Xbox is using for these little achievements that they have is that none of them really mean anything. By introducing a badging system in itself, you're allowed to have communities who unite around a certain badge to show their enthusiasm about said game. So something like Call of Duty, for example. There's Call of Duty multiplayer, Call of Duty zombies, you have Call of Duty story and all that, but you have different people within that camp who like to go after certain things. There's people who play Call of Duty every year just for the zombies. Their achievement score, their badging score is going to be lower than someone else who likes to play multiple different games. So by having a badging system, they can go and showcase all of the Easter eggs that they completed with zombies for getting an achievement for doing that, and then they can put it on their profile. Someone can then take a look at their profile and see that they have zombie related badges, and that can kind of give you an idea of what type of gamer they are. And this goes for everybody and anybody. Like, you have people every single year who only play the same games over and over again, and this is something that Xbox has even brought up as concern with the achievement program, is that people who buy and play Madden and Fortnite and Call of Duty and Apex and all the other sport games and all that, there's people who just play those games. So when you look at their achievement score isn't very high because they're only playing those games every single year. And so by having badges associated with those games, you'd be able to have those players kind of put those badges on their system, on their profile, and just showcase some stuff that they're proud of doing. And this can help have more community engagement and have it be a little like contest for other people to try to gain badges to put on their profile. And it also makes sense for people who are just regular achievement hunters, being able to showcase the achievements or badges that you are most proud of. Next up is going to be separating DLC achievements from the base game. This is a problem that I feel every achievement hunting person has to deal with. If you know, you know. For example, Alan Wake 2 for me. I completed the base 1000 for Alan Wake 2. I have yet to go back and complete the DLC, which came with achievements. If you go and you look at my profile, you'll see that Alan Wake 2 does not show 100% completion because they added DLC to it. Now, if I would have had a platinum equivalent crowning achievement sort of thing to indicate that I did complete it, then I feel like I completed it, similar with how PlayStation does it. But we don't have that. I think that Xbox could easily implement this, and it would make so much more sense just to have it be separated. It'd feel cleaner, it'd feel organized, and it'd feel like more of a premium style feel to how you navigate achievements. And I think this is a very necessary update that they have not at all integrated whatsoever. I think that they should stop adding DLC points to the base 1000. I think that should be on a list separate underneath the game for when they do add that, and it should be something that you could just toggle on and off. You just click the game and see a drop down menu that shows you the base game and then the achievements for said DLC, kind of similar to how PlayStation has already done it. But I think they could take this even further and implement this into the Xbox guide as well. For example, if you go and you play Call of Duty Black Ops 6, in order to play that game, you have to access it through Call of Duty HQ, and Call of Duty HQ has currently 3 Call of Duty titles within it. Because of that, that means that there's 3 separate achievement lists in one game. So you have Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 all listed in the game. So if you're currently trying to get achievements for Black Ops 6, that means you have to scroll all the way to the bottom and try to figure out which achievement you're trying to go for. And if you didn't play Modern Warfare 2 or 3, you're kind of going to have to shuffle through all these achievements. There is no clean way of separating these. I think that you can also do the same thing with a tab and do it with the a guide menu that you have to be able to see your achievements quickly by separating Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6, and then going to the game that you want to look at the achievements for, hitting the tab, have it be a drop down menu, and being able to just go up and down the achievement list would be so smooth, effortless, and a great addition. And they can continue to do this with not just the base game, but also DLC updates and expansions as well. For example, Cyberpunk 2077. Just have Cyberpunk 2077, and then the expansion would be separate, and all you have to do is just click it and have it drop down, and it'd just be easy to navigate. And this is something that I feel is not very difficult of an addition to the achievement program, but you know, it's been years since we've seen anything, so hopefully this is something that they can also consider. Adding achievements to the OG Xbox games. Now, I'm not sure how into the weeds this needs to get in terms of coding and all that things, right? Because I know that when you're building a game, you have to have trophies and achievements kind of in mind while building this, so that way you can tell the game to trigger said trophy and achievement. So maybe this is a lot more difficult than it really is, but your competitor is kind of already doing this. PlayStation is adding retro games to the PlayStation Plus subscription, and you can go back and play some of these games, and they have trophy support. Now, technically, they're not just streaming these games. It's not like they're, you're able to just put in a disc and play those games. There are a separate list. They're pretty much just ported them over, and they are a PS4, PS5 game, so that's probably why they have trophies attached to them, unlike how Xbox does its backwards compatibility program. So it might be that why they have it like that, but it would be amazing if Xbox was able to find a way to add achievements to some of these OG Xbox games, especially since the OG Xbox back compat titles list isn't very expansive at all. It's I think it's like 50 to 60 titles in total, so it wouldn't be too difficult to go back and handle all of those if they were able to find a way. And I think that having some of these games get achievement support will entice a lot of people to go back and revisit some of these titles. And adding things like achievement support to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic will just make it more of the de facto place to play that game. So I think it's just a great idea. I think it doesn't hurt to look into it. And I think it just, again, cause more people to revisit some of these classics and experience them and see what, the OG Xbox had to offer. PC achievement support. So this is kind of a hit or miss. If you are on PC, if you're someone that utilizes your PC and Xbox like myself, then you'll notice that the PC app for Xbox is kind of lacking on certain fronts. And one of those is the achievement system over there is kind of I don't want to say kind of, it is inferior to the Xbox experience. So some games don't even have achievements at all. So if you load up a Ubisoft game or an EA game, you're not going to get any achievements because you're not playing that game through Xbox Game Pass. You're playing it through Uplay and the EA Play. So you're not really unlocking achievements through that. The same can be said through some of the Xbox's own first-party titles that they have in there as well, like StarCraft and Warcraft. In order to play those games, you actually have to use the Xbox Game Pass app on PC, download it, install it, click it, so that way you could then go through Battle.net to then launch it. So because of these roundabout ways of how they add games to PC, they're skipping out on achievement support. I think that this is something that needs to be adjudicated and fixed. I think that every game that is going through the PC Game Pass app needs to have achievement support. They have this whole movement of this is an Xbox, but it really doesn't feel that way when you don't unlock achievements, you don't really connect your saves, you don't have Xbox Play Anywhere on a number of these titles. Once that gets implemented and once it becomes a one-to-one with a console experience, then I think you can call it an Xbox. But right now, there are certain games that just don't have achievements. For achievement hunting, it's obviously not the best place to play the game. You'd have to play it on the console, and if you have a decent rig, you'd probably prefer playing on the PC anyways. But because some games lack that support, you might just go back to console. Also, just the way achievements pop on the Xbox PC app is very unsatisfying. It's not like how it is with the Xbox at all. It's more poppy. It feels good, especially when you unlock a rare diamond achievement. That also feels nice. But on the Xbox app, it just feels like a Windows notification pops up and just doesn't feel quite the same. So I know that the PC Game Pass app needs a lot more work than just the achievements for sure. If you've tried messing around with it, and then you definitely know what I'm talking about. But I think that's something that they should focus on, especially with their new "This is an Xbox" movement. I just think it would make it a lot more smoother. It'd be a better way to play, and it's something that I don't think a lot of people are asking for, but I would definitely appreciate it. Those are the 5 things that I would love to see improvements on with regarding the Xbox achievement system. What do you guys think about it? Please, I enjoy having a discussion, especially about this. This is something I'm super passionate about. I like to consider myself a completionist, but I kind of stay away from harder games at this time in my life. But I still enjoy going after a good 1,000 for sure. But what are your guys' ideas? I'd love to hear them down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of the crowning achievement or the badge system? That's something that I haven't seen around. I feel like I've thought about it, kind of summed it up in my brain and then spat it out. And I just want to see if you guys find that interesting or if it's dumb. I know that, maybe the naming convention might be stupid. I'm not the one getting paid big bucks by Microsoft, but I just think that these are some good changes. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. And remember, take it easy.